First of two here on a Monday night, the opener for these two teams as we're underway on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Right out of the gates, here's Smith. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Flush to his right. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he's got it inside the 10. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 60 yards. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing now is Geno. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant from 3 yards out. And the Seahawks are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Montrell Washington on the return for his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So first and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 21.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Looking sideline, incomplete.
These fans here in Seattle getting the chance to see Russell Wilson play his first game for a franchise other than theirs. And Russell's 10 seasons in a Seahawk uniform. He went 104, 53-1 in the regular season. Threw for over 37,000 yards, almost 300 touchdowns. A Pro Bowler 9 of his 10 seasons with the Seahawks. And, of course, led them to victory over, ironically, the Denver Broncos in Super Bowl 48.
22 yards there, a first down.
Jerry Jeudy took a step back from his rookie numbers in 2021 while battling an ankle injury throughout the season. They're definitely hoping the arrival of Russell Wilson can help him reach his ceiling as a former 15th overall pick. Jeudy came through there with a chain-moving catch.
On first down, Wilson.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10.
They run for the first time with Javonte Williams.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Wilson.
Got a man. It's Judy, complete.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Second and 2. First down marker at the 8.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
And the tight end goes in motion left. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here's the sneak with Wilson, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out.
And the Broncos are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off of play action. Here's Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. This is brought in at the 21. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
Well, that one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return.
And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. This will be caught. Judy. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. 7-7, our score after 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Wilson to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check man, check man.
He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the air now with Smith. They'll roll him out right. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
He hits his target, Lockett. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 42. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Let's go now.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Back to throw, Smith. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown of this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try for the first with Walker. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on 1 run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. Room here to run. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker
with his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 14-10. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Wilson.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And some room to work. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
He will push his way down to about the 14. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith steps away. This will be caught at about the 5.
And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll run on 1st down. Cottrell, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Nathan Cottrell.
A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers, and that makes it a 21-10 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Washington now brings this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp. and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy, and that's caught inside the 35.
No.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll get this to Hamler over the middle. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. So the completion good for just 3. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for him, all things considered. And this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal in the late going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. Washington now brings this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. To throw is Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
Cortland Sutton, 36 yards.
And the Broncos have got it back to within a score.
The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
They'll look to run for him with Williams. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
They'll get this out wide to Metcalf.
They find some open field here. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, they didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Washington now brings this out. And he returns this to the 22.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make.
And now off to the races, down the right side.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz, too fast to handle. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson.
This one swung out to Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This pass caught by Hamler.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Again, Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson.
That's going to be caught by Judy.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle because where it goes, that's where you find his body, and he's able to get in there and make a great play.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Ochena Nwosu drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And this is back down to a 7-point game.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
To try again after the sack. Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
19 tight.
Geno down to throw.
That completes it again to Metcalf.
And they'll get this down to the 10.
Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Let's go now.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Smith. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Throwing now is Gino, looking for the end zone.
And, that would get a wide-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Again, Smith. And that is incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Myers' kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
You didn't mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Washington now brings this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On second down, Williams. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Here's Wilson.
This one incomplete.
Oh my God.
A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety.
Give me a fucking pick, man.
Fourth down.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On 1st down, Wilson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Now Gino. He's got his tight end fan. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Trying the left side with Walker.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more.
Baron Browning, the one who brought him down.
And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Off of play action, here's Smith. Left side here taken in by Metcalf.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop him. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Smith going to throw it. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work. When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken right on the 30. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Now a throw to the end zone.
He dropped it.
The offense schemed going
Oh my God.
trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Looks like he'll throw here. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He hits his target, Lockett.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now Geno on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1.